Oh, this is kimbap. I made some for all my hate.
With
Take
all your,
this one. Take one.
You made it with all your hate? Okay.
Let's do this one more time. Dear Suriname, oh, I hate doing this. I really don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I want to keep it a secret. But I have to let the world know that you exist. So I am what you would call a somewhat anoclophobic person. Undiagnosed, but pretty sure. That is, I have a sort of disdain for large crowds of people. The absolute last thing I want to see is a tourist trap flooded in cattle call-like conditions with heavily breathing, dumpy tourists flocking all at once to witness a single landmark site, event, restaurant, or venue. Or worse, if it's a site of deep cultural significance that I actually really would like to see, but upon arriving, I just know it will be loaded with hordes of loafing, disconnected individuals that just want to take a quick selfie and move on. In a way, travel has changed in the past few decades. It used to be fun, but now it's almost subtly competitive. Influencers are now trying to show off and outdo one another, yet at the same time trying to come off all preachy about how they are open-minded and cultured, but what they really want is for you to envy them. I really hope I don't come off this way to my subscribers. I'm genuinely just a really curious guy who wants to see things that not only he, but most people in the world haven't seen before and document them. Which brings me to you, Suriname. Now let's be honest, when most people in the world hear your name, 9 times out of 10, they might assume you're in Africa or Asia. It's like Suriname, Siam. Is that Asia or something? It's like, no, you're the actual Dutch-speaking country in South America that everybody forgets. But, oh man, is your backstory complicated. It's crazy how you hold so many vibrant, hidden, magical secrets, and for a long time, you actually kind of preferred to remain slightly obscured from the realm of mass tourism. I mean, I get it. I mean, for one, you just hit an oil boom, which I guess puts you in a very precarious position of needing to properly figure out the next steps of allocating budget funds for infrastructure development that can handle an influx of people before you can move on to the next phase of global marketing strategies. But I have noticed the tide has shifted a little bit, and it has begun. The Surinamese people are starting to kind of desire attention, and I think it's about time they start getting it. So how on earth does that even put me in the picture? Well, funny enough, after I finished the Zimbabwe episode on my channel marking the end of a 10-year project, the fine folks of the Social Media Conference of Suriname wanted to help me celebrate by inviting me to their country, by allowing me to be a guest speaker at their event. And best of all, they would even sponsor my secret weapon, the best cinematographer in the world that I very rarely like to share with other content creators, and one of my best friends, Caleb, to come along and help me document this whole thing. See all these really cool cinematic shots of me sitting in all these different locations? Yeah, that's Caleb filming me.
Caleb's getting his yellow fever vaccine. That's it?
You're okay?
See? That's it.
Good. Yeah.
You're good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hey, Caleb, you're a big boy. You want a little lollipop for you?
I got yellow fever vaccine.
Caleb, how do you feel, Suriname, for the 4 hours you've been here so far?
It's been super fun. Suriname is a very, very cool place so far.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the rest of it.
Oh, you're going to see a lot more than this.
In any case, this is my first time in Suriname, and let me tell you, these Surinamese people, they have a whole itinerary planned out for me to make sure that I like their country.
It's so crazy. I'm in a Chinese grocery store. All the people shopping here are probably not even Chinese, but all the workers are like mixed Creole. You can get Javanese batik cloth, and signs are also in Dutch. Look at this weird pineapple. The leaves are so short, but the body is so big. Look at this. They have so many essence, like pear essence, vanilla, passion fruit essence. They love their essences. So fun fact, the only hair products that seem to work on me are the black people stuff. This is funny. They have like Revlon, the international brand, and then for half off, they have the sketchy kind of looking photoshopped wild olive with Arabic writing for like half the price. I'm telling you, man, you want to understand a country, you got to go to the grocery stores and you really see what they value with the products. Pineapple, passion fruit, dragon fruit smoothie. Yes. So this is the Javanese market. This is where the Javanese community goes to sell their stuff. Oh my gosh, they have Cayman satay sticks.
Penda sambal or peanut sauce. This one is one of my favorite snacks. It's called tiki tiki. Deze zonder garnalen, toch? Deze usando canela. Era su pinche met canela, to? Ah, okay. So sometimes they make it with shrimp paste, but this one is vegetarian.
Yeah, it's so weird hearing you guys speaking Dutch. Like, I'm used to hearing English, French, or Spanish Caribbean, but Dutch Caribbean? That's so weird to me. But the thing is, you have one more crazy trick up your sleeve. Like, yes, Dutch is the official language, but everyone here prefers to speak a special secret extra language that only your people have. It's like one of the defining pillars of your identity. When I first heard it, I was confused. Why do I feel like I kind of understand some of it? That's when I discovered Suriname Tongo.
Look what this in teki. Da demang sayang ba. Di situ?
Ja.
Ah, bon.
Maar omdat het dichtbij is daarom. Maar normaal is dat gewoon 2500.
By the way, that guy is Sheldon. He was my first contact to Suriname and was pretty much the one that started the whole process of getting me to this country. He was even briefly featured in my Suriname video. It's crazy because Suriname Tongo is actually an English-based Creole. I mean, you guys were an English colony once before the Dutch. And it's like, if I listen very carefully, I can understand some of it. Like, turn off the lights is kill die fire, or kill the fire. It's like a clever alternative way to express the same phrase with an accent. I love it.
Okay, so Jean-Luc, so you guys all speak Suriname Tongo to each other.
Yes.
But what is the first language in your head? Is it like Dutch or Suriname Tongo?
So for me personally, the first language is Dutch. And then depending on how much emotion is involved, it switches to Suriname Tongo. And then for others, their parents spoke a different language. They will have a different language in their thought process as well.
And for other people, it might be like Javanese or Hindustani.
Yes,
or
yes,
something.
exactly.
So most people will approach each other with Suriname Tongo.
Yes. And depending where you are, if you're in a formal setting, it might be Dutch. If you're in an informal setting, it gets to Suriname Tongo quite.
Depends on how comfortable you get.
Yes.
Can you teach us just a few words in Suriname Tongo?
In Suriname Tongo, okay. The easiest would be fawaka.
Fawaka, okay.
Do you know what that means already?
It means like, how are you? But it really means like, how are you walking?
Yes.
Yes.
So literally, how are you walking? Gran morgu.
Gran Morgo? Gran Morgo?
You said it well.
Gran Morgo.
Means good morning.
Oh, okay.
By the way, that's Sharda. Yes, she's a supermodel, and she's really cool and badass because she has no problem walking in the dirt with her high heels in the outskirt communities of Suriname, where she is loved. We'll get back to her later in the video.
So this is what I love about you guys. Whenever you do a map of Suriname, they
This
always
is the correct way.
they include the Tigre area
Sorry, Guyana, but this belongs to Suriname.
and the what's it
Yeah,
called?
the smaller part.
The
as well.
Litani on the French Guiana side. You guys, you have to have this in your map, right?
Dear Suriname, they say you have no national dish because it wouldn't be fair to any of the major ethnic groups if one of them was favored over the others. It's a mix of Creole, Maroon, Indian, Javanese, and Dutch all smashed into one. On the first day though, everyone told me I had to try pom, which is a casserole made of ground arrow leaf roots and chicken.
So this right here is pom. I'm supposed to tell you this is not the official national dish of Suriname. But I'm just saying, if you come to Suriname, everybody knows this dish, and at some point you're probably gonna end up trying it because this is everywhere and everybody talks about it, but it's not the national dish. It's really good.
And from there, the dishes just kept coming in.
So I was told if there's one thing you have to eat, it's berkat. Sounds like bear and cat. It's a big mixture of everything good. So let's try this berkat. There's like 20 different things going on. Brown chicken, nice and savory. It has a little bit of a sweetness to it, but it's, yeah, it's good. I love anything fried, so. Ooh, a little spice kicks in afterwards. Like 3 seconds after you eat it, there's a little bit of a hit. Almost like a little bit of a teriyaki aftertaste. This is dawit. It's basically coconut based and it's pink. It's got a bunch of other stuff, lemongrass, I think. Oh, that's good. I like anything with coconut, so this is perfect. So Caleb, remember in Somaliland we had camel hump? And now you're getting something else, not camel hump.
Thank God.
But you can say you had that experience.
I had camel hump.
I don't know if it's a Suriname thing, but I'm seeing the color pink a lot in this country. Pink cassava cake, strawberry yogurt. I'm seeing the color pink a lot.
Pink chicken salad, let's test it out.
I like it.
Dude, this is pink potato salad. Again, I keep seeing pink. Pink chicken salad, pink egg salad, pink potato. Suriname loves the color pink for some reason.
So this is something that is distinctly Surinamese. I've been to quite a few Caribbean countries. I've never seen this before. In Suriname, they really like to pickle their fruit. So this here is the pickled pomerock fruit or pickled rose apple. I'm gonna be honest, it tastes almost completely like pickle and not fruit. This doesn't even taste anything like fruit. It's briny. Obviously it's fermented and pickled. Huh, I gave it a try. Let's back up a bit. Our journey starts in the capital city of Paramaribo. And of course, the social media conference of Suriname hooked us up with probably the most famous hotel in all of Suriname, Hotel Torarica. I gotta give it to them. This place is top notch.
Okay, pawn to G7, knight to F6, king to R2, D2. Done, that's how you win. Oh, and what have we here? The deluxe royal room. We got, this is amazing. This is the view, pool, everything.
Yeah, for the record, this is what my room looks like.
Yeah, so okay, I can't have a place without a gym, and this place has it. Saunas, jacuzzis. You got the showers before you go to the jacuzzi or the massage parlor, okay. 4, you're almost there. 5, yeah, you got 5, man. 6.
6 just to stick it in your face.
Now, here's the thing. Part of our journey would include driving. And thank you to Ricardo Rentals for letting us use the Toyota Vitz. And as Americans, once again, we would have to adapt ourselves to driving on the left side of the road with right side steering wheels.
So the plan is, Caleb is gonna drive Sheldon's mom's car. I'm gonna follow them with the rental car.
I drive on left side of road and drive 100 miles per hour into ditch, right?
Yes, that's the plan.
Very good.
Okay, show me how you do it. Hold on.
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh no.
Are you serious? I ripped up my Geography Now shirt. The collar and my neck pillow got ripped. Why am I ripping everything? I'm gonna have to like get a sewing kit or something and try to sew. So what do you do when you have a hotel and a car? You go out and check out the city.
All right, guys, I think I made it. Yep, okay, I made it. I'm in Slovakia. Sturdy, let's build something.
Let's build a better future together.
Yeah, let's build a better future. Mother Suriname, she's holding the 5 babies, the 5 communities of Suriname. They have the Javanese, the Chinese, the Creoles, the Indians, and the natives. Look at these mannequins. It's just like... There are so many stores in Suriname, but this is a very special one, Kirpalani, because it is Surinamese owned. They got everything you need. All right, let's go shopping Surinamese style. I gotta get a sewing kit. This is like 80 cents, because as you can see, I got a rip right here. Caleb, what are you getting? Those work on you. Yeah, they actually work on you. They do. Okay, so right now the exchange is like what, 35 SRD per dollar. This is a shopping hub. Let's be real. It's Suriname. Come here for shopping. So I completely destroyed my old pair of knit shorts, so I need to get a new one. These look pretty good. Look at that conversion, 244 for my pair of shorts. Yeah. This is something I've wanted to see for a long time. This was in my Suriname episode. A Jewish synagogue right next to a mosque, and they share a parking lot. This is something that really just epitomizes the very essence and soul of Suriname. You can actually have something like this in the country, and this is the famous parking lot. This is probably the closest thing you'll see to a shared Jewish-Muslim thing happening in the world, the parking lot. Why is there an umbrella in here? Someone put an umbrella in the cannon.
That's what they would shoot out.
Yeah, they would shoot umbrellas at the enemy, yeah.
Dude, so you know what I realized? These $2 shorts I got, there's only one pocket. I mean, I get it, they were $2, but still. Anyway, here's that sewing kit I got. I can figure this out, I can figure this out. How do you get it? Oh my God, I did it. I thread the needle. Okay, I think do this. I think I'm doing it. Okay, I'm closing the hole. Okay, I just got my text. I'm supposed to do my presentation in about 20 minutes. Time to act like I matter. 3, 2, hey!
In my opinion, that's something you could really promote. The fact that you took a little bit of everything and made something new, you had a secret language. Something in that realm, I think you could really play off of and sell to the world.
And 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, Paul. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you. It's funny because I started geography now because I was curious and I wanted to learn about the world from YouTube. You know, people go to YouTube to learn stuff. And there was no channel that taught geography at the time when I started. So I kind of started geography now out of frustration for nobody else doing it.
We're drowning. We're drowning. Dear Suriname, so of course I didn't just come to your country to do a conference. I came to see you. And the first thing I noticed, the social structure and how it plays into everything here. I drive down the street and I'm told that the houses with the pillars belong to the Indians or the Suriname Hindustani peoples. They still speak a Bhojpuri Bihari mixed language. And you can also tell because many of them also have these long bamboo poles with red and yellow flags.
Yeah, if you see these flags, they are from the Sanatan Dharma branch of Hinduism. There's two main Hindu branches, the Arya Dewakar and the Sanatan Dharma. This is Sanatan Dharma. The flags, very distinguishably Sanatan Dharma.
But if you drive a little further, you'll find different looking houses with usually upper level attics or lush gardens and an occasional traditional pattern design or figure. I'm told that these are typically the Javanese houses, and they speak their own Caribbean version of Javanese that Javanese Indonesians think sounds funny. And since many of them are Muslim, you'll find many mosques in this country. And today, you are the only Caribbean country with a noticeable Javanese community.
We are in Camawena in the Tamarejo area. You cannot come to Suriname without the Javan side. And there's no better place than Taman Indah. This place right here, you know, they like to be very flashy with their gardens and their plants, and they try to go all out. You'll see, they try to go all out.
Head to a different neighborhood and you'll find more concrete tin roof structures that are mostly inhabited by the Creole peoples, descendants of former slaves that developed their own unique culture, some of which even practice Winti, a religion that involves a lot of drumming, chanting, and occasionally stepping on glass. But if you sail down the river to the interior, it's very likely you'll find small A-framed homes with shrines with an azampao threshold of palm leaves. They believe that these cleanse the entrances of bad spirits to their village. These are the villages of Maroon peoples, the descendants of escaped former slaves that ran into the forests to make their own bush communities. They are divided into several tribes and speak their own languages derived from those of West Africa. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's also the Dogla, the Chinese, the natives, the Buru. And a large portion of the population is just mixed with almost everything we just mentioned.
My mom, on my mom's side, her mom is mixed, but more on a little bit Asian and Indonesian. Her dad is a bit more black, Creole, mixed with a little bit of white and Native American. My dad's mom is a bit more white, Jewish/Asian, and my dad's dad is more Native American.
So I'm half Chinese, and the other half is a complete mixture of anything you can think of. I have to do a DNA test. I only know that I'm half Chinese.
So my father was born also here in Suriname, and my mother is Dutch. I have a Dutch grandfather and a Javanese grandmother. So that is why I'm a quarter of Javanese.
My grandma is like indigenous, Jewish, and Portuguese, and my grandpa is Creole. And then from my mom's side, it's Indian, Creole, and Asian.
So my mother is like half Dutch and half Creole, so like Afro-Surinamese. And then my dad is indigenous, so Amerindian mixed Chinese. So I don't know why I'm the white duckling of the family, but I just am.
You really are Suriname.
I really am. Like, if you see my sister, the rest of my family, and then this is what I got. Zero pigment, I burn in the sun like a vampire. It's hard out here in the tropics.
Yeah, that guy's name is Rio. Everybody assumes he's just Dutch, but he's not. He's a really interesting guy. We'll get back to him later. I had to see more of your country, and first stop, the Camawena district. Which, by the way, you guys have random dolphins in your rivers?
Oh my god, that's so cool. Who's driving the boat?
I have an app. I have an app.
He has an app?
I have an app to drive the boat itself.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
I designed the app.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm Landy. I work with Travel the Guyanas. So you can find me always if you book at Travel the Guyanas.
All right, and you do dolphin tours also?
At Dolphin and more trips.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lendy at Travel the Guyanas.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so this first place we're going to is called Rust en Werk Plantage, which means rest and work plantation. I guess it's mostly inhabited by the Javanese community, and it's so interesting to see how they brought this cultural trait from Indonesia all the way back to Suriname.
Yeah, these picolet and twa birds are, they're everywhere, man. Oh, I guess it's a thing out here, Suriname. They're singing birds. Put on a show. Can I hold him? Oh, he's not doing anything. That's so cool. Ooh, say hi. He's the star of the show. All right, we are crossing the Kamawena River. We're gonna go over to Frederiksdorp, checking out a new part of Suriname. All right.
There's a snake here, and these are just a garden snake, a vine snake. They're not venomous, but they eat small birds, eggs.
I just found it right there.
It was just at the bridge, yeah.
Look at that. Look at a tree snake.
Usually we found the brown ones. We find the brown ones, but this one is, they actually live in this area.
So this is the type of place we're staying at, kind of more Dutch colonial style building, right? This is how you know it's really Dutch. The Dutch steps. So it's very narrow and very steep. And then you go up to the attic room.
And the beauty of it is like these tiny cuts that they made within the buildings that make it so unique and so nice.
Oh, like this little curved notch thing, yeah.
One thing that is unique about this building, even though they were Dutch inspired, it was our ancestors that built these buildings, and I think because of that we have to honor their hard work to eventually build all of this and set this up. So I think we should look at it more from that perspective.
It's Surinamese. It's Surinamese,
yes.
yeah. And I am staying at this cabana. All right, open it up. Nice. Ooh. It's got a traditional maroon stool. This is pretty cool. You know you're in the high rollers when you see a maroon table or stool or artwork. All right, walk-in shower, all right. Oh, just look at that view. So 956 plantations.
We're counting in 1840, but there were more than 1,000 plantations.
Oh, and then
at least 1,500, 1,200 or 1,500 plantations.
So each plantation had a number, and some even had a nickname.
Suriname was actually known to be one of the most cruelest colonies in all of the Caribbean. In general, the slaves were treated much worse here than in other colonies.
Yeah, if you escaped from the plantation and they found your branding mark, they would bring you to the plantation with all the consequences. One of the most common punishments was one where they took a giant hook, pierced you through your biggest ribs, and then they would hang that person by their ribs under a tree or under a post.
Just until they died.
Just until you died. And the person who was going to help you, he would get punished too.
Oh my goodness.
Dear Suriname, now I can't speak on behalf of what's going on throughout all the minds of the Surinamese people, but I'm gathering that you guys definitely know your history. I'm told that your former Dutch governor in colonial times, Kielstra, deliberately wanted you guys to keep speaking your own languages so that you couldn't communicate with each other. In a sense, he preferred overt segregation over Dutchification, and in a weird way, this makes you guys one of the few rare Caribbean countries that still has a high retention of the languages from your ancestors' motherlands before arriving. Now, many of the plantations have been converted into resorts, but they all have an austere, dark backstory behind them. Regardless, I think it's good that you guys are trying to move forward in building up these places for the benefit of your country. You're doing what you can, and I think that's awesome.
Okay, we just made it to Pokemon. Kidding, it's called Pokichron. We are officially in the Amazon. We gotta take those boats over there. That road ends right here on the river. They say it's 3.5 hours in the sun, burning sun. Get your sunscreen, but I have something better, an umbrella. So look at me, I'm using my umbrella. Show it, Caleb. Show this umbrella. Yeah, everybody doubted me. They're like, no, you're gonna burn up. The umbrella's not gonna work. Oh.
So the water levels are so low, they have to manually push the boat through these jagged rocks. Normally, we would be underwater right now. This is how low the water level is. That's the situation. We gotta pull the boat.
Oh, let's go deeper.
Caleb, what was the one thing you said you wouldn't do?
I wouldn't swim.
You wouldn't swim in the Amazon.
Look at me now.
And look at him now and look at me.
It actually feels pretty nice, to be honest.
It's actually kind of refreshing, right?
It's been so hot in the boat.
We're all the way up in our waists. So we are here in the middle of the Amazon. I gotta be honest, this is the cleanest, purest air I've ever breathed. And it's not even just clean, it's like, just smell it. It's like you're breathing in the life force of the tree. There's like a distinct leafy smell to it. It's like it's rejuvenating you. If like any pollution came here, it would filter it out and purify it for you. Oh, you gotta come here and just breathe. It's great. And both of my nostrils are working. That doesn't always happen.
Dear Suriname, we made it. The interior, the Amazon, Danpati Lodge. Now, I've actually been fascinated with the Sipaliwini district for a while because it is such a cartographic enigma. When you look at the satellite imagery, you can spot a lot of unique places that aren't even marked on the map, which may or may not say something about their internal dealings, but the point is, it is very difficult to get here and it's such a privilege to experience it.
So you know those vines I was swinging on? Those are actually aerial roots and they turn into this. I like to call this the douchebag tree because it pretty much just wraps around other trees, takes all their nutrients and kills it. This thing is basically a parasite. I mean, the Amazon is full of douchebags. Douchebag tree. There you go. This is Danpati River Lodge. This is where we're staying. Look at this place. Oh my gosh, Caleb, how do you like it?
Oh, it is very good.
Very good.
Very good.
And this is Caleb's bed. It comes with rose petals.
Hammock wars. Oh, fuck. Jeez.
Hey, little buddy. Whoa, he's going fast.
The bullet ant, and they can.
Oh, these are the bullet
Yep,
ants.
they can grow up to 3 centimeters long.
Oh, check out those pinchers. Those pinchers are huge.
Yeah, those pinchers are just to grab on your body and sting you with their butt.
Oh, so their butt is the.
There you go. Oh, that's a great shot. This is my favorite tree, the bugu bugu, or they call it the telephone tree, because when you hit it, it makes a very loud acoustic sound that you can hear kilometers away, and that's how they would send messages. It's like, no, that's not it. You could do a symphony on this tree. Ah, okay, no more.
Dear Suriname, okay, yeah, trees, nature, and all that stuff, that's cool and all. But you know me, I'm more of a social creature. And for me, the biggest takeaway of this area was the village nearby, Dan Village. Because this was a real, authentic Maroon village. Specifically of the Sadarmakan tribe. They have their own language, customs. All of the small A-framed houses had their own unique carved design above the doorways to symbolize their family. There were shrines I was not allowed to film. It was just a very distinct, isolated community found in the middle
middle of the Amazon rainforest.
This is a maroon village. You'll notice none of the roads are straight. Everything just kind of twists and winds, and that's because back in the days when they were trying to escape slave owners, they had to confuse them so they could run around in every which direction. That's why everything just kind of goes everywhere, and houses are planted in front of other houses in their backyards and their front yards. It's all convoluted, but they all know how to get around. Everybody knows the map in their heads.
Dear Suriname, it's crazy. I've encountered the Suriname Hindustani, the Creole, the Maroon, the Javanese. It really seems like this whole country is just one big fusion. But as much as I can observe, it pales in comparison to what I can listen to. I just want to ask one question to all these people. What is a Surinamese person?
My mom would always teach us that when our neighbors had like religious gatherings, that we should be always mindful and respectful of them. We cannot just go and think, okay, it's just our day. No, we also have to think about the neighbors who are gonna have their own parties and their own religions to celebrate. Other than that, I had a fun childhood. I could do what I wanted.
We have also a lot of colors, a lot of food, how we work with each other. Then we learn the language a little bit. We can speak a little bit English, we can speak a little bit Dutch, and we can speak a little Sranantongo. Because here, the culture is a lot that you can learn from each other.
A Surinamese person is someone who has a part of every continent in them. And I think that's what makes Suriname Suriname. We're all different and we're all the same, and it's all cool.
No matter where we came from the world, that we can live as one in this country.
They're all Surinamese?
Yes, that's true. We're all Surinamese.
Including this, who's this?
Yes, this is Akim, my son.
This is a new Surinamese person.
Man, I feel like a transformer. I'm so proud. Like, I'm well versed on everybody's cuisine. Yo, your playlist, you have everything. We can go from rock, Indian music. I met some people, some Indians, and I knew Bollywood songs. Like
you knew it.
Yeah, I knew I could sing the song. We are super laid back. We are fun. We're loud. We can be very loud. Even if we have a bad day, even if it's not going good, we always have time to party and have fun.
Well, to me, being a Surinamese person means you're not just one culture. You're all of the cultures in Suriname, and it's not just culture, but also what you do in your daily life. For example, if you're Afro-Surinamese, you speak your own language, but you speak a little Javanese, a little Suriname. It's actually being a Surinamese person means that you're a mix of everything.
The nature, the people. The food, the kindness of everybody. That is what I get here.
I didn't realize that my mom and my dad look different, right? To me, they were just the same group of people. And so I wasn't brought up with, okay, your dad and those people look that. You know, you see people looking different, but it didn't stand out.
Yeah.
From a young age, I was also very aware. I was aware of different cultures eventually, and aware that we are all just one. So I would actively participate in cultural events of other cultures. We are a melting pot of different ethnicities, different backgrounds. We are very blessed to be multi-linguistic.
So I think it's just this shared identity, and I think that's really what's at the basis of being like a Surinamese person. All these different types of people who look different, also speak different languages at home, and then they just identify so strongly with each other and like with the country. And I mean, you're in the Amazon and there's people that you can't really understand and still you feel a connection with. It's a very special thing.
A Surinamese person is a very, very talented person that, if they believe in themselves, can not only live anywhere in the world, but can survive anywhere in the world and can be successful anywhere in the world. I want the whole world to know about Suriname, that we are actually really are that hidden gem that everybody talks about, everybody wants to experience, but we still know very, very little about.
How can I say, I love my country.
Dear Suriname, I've truly never experienced anything like your country. Whether it's the metropolitan fusion cultural vibe of Paramaribo or the deep isolated Sipaliwini district in the middle of the Amazon, something about you guys just screams hidden treasure. Maybe you guys are ready to take on the world. And if anyone talks trash about you, you can just talk behind their backs with your secret language. Until we meet again, sincerely, Barbs.